Phil Hartman was a multifaceted and immensely talented Canadian-American actor, comedian, screenwriter, and graphic artist, revered for his indelible contributions to the world of entertainment. From crafting iconic album covers to portraying myriad unforgettable characters on Saturday Night Live between 1986 and 1994, Hartman's extensive and diverse body of work continues to resonate, encapsulating his unique comedic essence and unparalleled versatility. Tragically, Hartman's life was cut short in 1998, leaving the entertainment world to mourn the loss of one of its brightest stars. On a recent podcast, his former SNL cast members reminisced about Hartman, reflecting on his extraordinary talent, his vibrant life, and the enduring impact of his remarkable career. Join Factsverse as we present Phil Hartman died 25 years ago. Now his SNL co-stars speak out. Phil Hartman, whose full name was Philip Edward Hartmann, was born September 24, 1948, in Brantford, Ontario. He was the fourth of 8 children. The Hartman family moved to the United States when he was 10, settling in Lewiston, Maine, before eventually relocating to Meriden, Connecticut, and finally to Southern California. He graduated from Westchester High School in LA in 1966 and attended Santa Monica City College. He later studied art at Cal State University, Northridge. He had a keen interest in graphic arts and went on to create album covers for popular bands, including Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Poco, and America, using his graphical design skills. Phil started his journey in entertainment by joining the comedy group The Groundlings in 1975. It's a renowned improv and sketch comedy troupe based in LA, known for nurturing many successful comedians and actors. It was here that he honed his comedic skills and developed some of the characters that would later appear on SNL. While part of the Groundlings, he forged valuable connections with Paul Reubens, a fellow Groundling, co-creating the character Pee-wee Herman and writing the script for the feature film Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Phil's undeniable talent caught the eyes of the producers of SNL, and he joined the show's cast in 1986. It was on SNL that Hartman truly blossomed, becoming renowned for his impersonations of figures like Bill Clinton, Frank Sinatra, and Ronald Reagan. Hartman, with his impeccable timing and versatile range, became a crucial member of the cast, earning the nickname The Glue for his ability to hold the show together and support other cast members. Other career highlights. Beyond Saturday Night Live, the thing he's most known for, he also had a variety of other important career highlights. The Simpsons. Hartman contributed his voice to numerous characters on the groundbreaking animated series The Simpsons. He famously voiced characters like Lionel Hutz, a bumbling attorney, and Troy McClure, a washed-up actor, adding unique charm and humor to the show. His contribution to the series was significant, and his characters are still remembered fondly by fans. NewsRadio. After leaving SNL, Hartman transitioned to a role on the NBC sitcom NewsRadio, playing Bill McNeal, a self-absorbed news co-anchor. His performance was well received, and the show allowed him to showcase his ability to bring depth and nuance to a character, blending arrogance with vulnerability. Pee-wee's Playhouse and Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Hartman was instrumental in co-creating the character of Pee-wee Herman with Paul Reubens. As we said before, he co-wrote the screenplay for the film Pee-wee's Big Adventure and played Captain Carl on the CBS series Pee-wee's Playhouse. Beyond television, he had notable roles in several films. He appeared in movies like So I Married an Axe Murderer, House Guest, and Jingle All the Way. Awards. Phil Hartman's work received critical acclaim, earning him a Primetime Emmy Award in 1989 for his work on SNL. His performances continued to garner respect and admiration from both audiences and his peers within the industry. Hartman's death. Phil Hartman's untimely death in 1998 was a tragic event that deeply shocked and saddened fans, colleagues, and the industry at large. On the morning of May 28, 1998, Hartman was found dead in his Encino, LA home, the victim of a gunshot wound. His wife, Brynn Hartman, was also found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The circumstances suggested a murder-suicide. The events of that fateful evening remain somewhat unclear, but it's widely believed that after a night out, Brynn returned home intoxicated and in the early hours of the morning shot Phil while he was asleep. She then drove to a friend's house and confessed to the crime. After the friend was able to get Brynn to return to the Hartman residence, the friend called the police. Before authorities arrived, Brynn locked herself in a bedroom and took her own life. Subsequent investigations revealed Brynn had alcohol, cocaine, and Zoloft in her system at the time of the incident. Friends and acquaintances of the couple noted that the Hartmans' marriage had been troubled, with arguments exacerbated by Brynn's struggles with substance abuse and her resentment over Phil's successful career. The couple left behind 2 children, Sean and Brynn Hartman, who were at home during the incident but unharmed. Following the tragedy, they were raised by Brynn's sister, Catherine Omdahl, and her husband, Mike Wright. The shocking and sudden nature of Phil Hartman's death left many in the entertainment industry in mourning. He was remembered not only for his immense talent, but also for his kindness, professionalism, and warmth. The loss of such a beloved figure under such tragic circumstances remains a dark chapter in Hollywood history. And although his life was cut short in 1998, his legacy endures. He was posthumously awarded a star on Canada's Walk of Fame in Toronto in 2012, and his work continues to influence comedians and actors. Phil Hartman's career was marked by an unerring commitment to his craft, a remarkable ability to embody diverse characters, and a unique comedic sensibility that left an indelible mark on entertainment. His castmates reflect. In a recent 2-part episode of the podcast Fly on the Wall, a slew of SNL alums were interviewed about Phil. They shared memories of what it was like working with him, discussed some of their favorite SNL sketches that he was in, and talked about a wide range of elements of his career. The podcast, hosted by SNL legends Dana Carvey and David Spade, was a free-form conversation about Hartman with guests like Mike Myers, Kevin Nealon, Will Ferrell, Bill Hader, Julia Sweeney, Jim Downey, and more. In the first part, they talked about things like where Phil would be today. Sweeney, who joined SNL at roughly the same time as Hartman, said, quote, "I just feel so sad that we didn't get to know what Phil's career would have been. He would have been busy." Carvey also talked about Phil's penchant for hobbies, discussing how each time he'd go to Phil's dressing room at SNL, he'd be working on a new thing, from painting to playing guitar. And he was a guy who lived life to the fullest, trying things like sailing, scuba diving, and other adventurous activities. Carvey said, quote, "Well, it sounds funny, but Phil would have been someone to parachute out of an airplane and hang off things, because of all of his hobbies." Writer Jim Downey also talked about how the fact that Phil Hartman was cast in so many sketches meant that they literally had to arrange the sketches each week by whether or not Phil had enough time to change costumes and wigs. He was that popular for the writers and audiences at home. As such, he earned that nickname, the glue, that kept SNL going during his era. In the second episode, Mike Myers said, quote, "I saw him as a hero and a mentor and a very good friend, and he raised the bar for everybody of what was possible, and I would love to see what he'd be working on right now." Myers also mused that Hartman easily could have succeeded on the other side of the camera as a director, especially given his penchant for visual arts like painting. Said Myers, quote, "He thought in pictures." Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite SNL character that Phil Hartman played? Let us know in the comments section below.